Hello guys, this is going to be the 6th episode of my beginner campaign series, and today I'm going to be taking on Act 6 and showing you how everything in the act works. So first of all, I really want to stress that you should now have good or even kept elemental resistances, and since my cold resistance is not that good for me myself, I'm going to head over to the crafting bench right here and throw in a ring. This ring has only 2 suffixes. A rare item can have 3 suffixes, so I'm going to craft on cold resistance, right there, and then maybe on this item as well. This already has cold resistance, so I'm just looking at my equipment, which of them have an open suffix, because you will need an open suffix for resistances. For example, this pair of boots right here. There I can craft some more cold resistance on, and now my cold resistance is almost kept, and these are fine for now. Right, I'm going to head on to the coast. You can also craft some more stuff on your gear, maybe also some damage if you want, or some attributes, just depending on what you need. Now this area, usually you can go up or to this direction and up a little bit. Okay, so maybe I have to go further in this direction. That's also a nice build. I'm going to swap these out. Yeah, this exit seems to be more down. And now I'm going to get some more mana right here, and after that I will move this way down for some more mana here, and I think down there is another mana wheel I'm going to take.
Come here, quickly!
And now the only thing that's going to scale our damage is just mana, but that's going to be a big portion.
Body has survived my
another thing that can enhance damage is if I find the Regal Orb, I can upgrade this horn right here. You can just buy these fire damage wands at the vendor in this act. It gets Vestal, so you can just go to Vestal and buy one of these wands. If you already found a rare one, that's nice. And then just pick up one of these fire wands and craft on fire damage. Here in this area, you're looking for a unique enemy, which is going to drop an item that can open up the store. Right, maybe she's up here. Okay, yeah, this is the enemy I was talking about. This is Honored Queen. And after you kill her, she's going to drop an Eye of Conquest. And with this item, you can open up the passage to the next area. And here, just go to the right, then you should see the entrance. This is another boss fight against Tukuhama. At half-life, he's going to summon these totems to give himself a protective barrier. Then you can damage him again. Also, Sin is going to come down now, and after we've killed Tukuhama, we have unlocked the Pantheon. Right here you can press Y on your keyboard. This will open up the Pantheon. This is just going to give you some extra powers. Right there. And you can select, for example, the Soul of Tukuhama right now. We are later on going to select this soul for the Soul of Brine King. That's the end boss of this act. He will also drop us a soul, a major soul, and in maps that will make us freeze immune. Right, going into the next area right here. this area there is a little trick on how you can navigate it. There will always be a dead end either at the right or the left. As this is at the right, this dead end, I'm going to keep to the right edge for the whole of this area. And that should lead me to the prison.
Must have time to gather my wood.
Right, seems to be a bit laggy. And by just staying at the right corner, we managed to navigate the area and find the exit to the prison. So that's a very nice way to navigate it. Otherwise you can definitely take a while to get through the area. And here there's another Trial of Ascendency. This room does not connect. Let's try the other way around. And then now you can see we have 1 out of 3, because for the next Ascendancy we will only need to complete 3 trials, unlike the first one where we had to do 6. And then for the third Ascension it's the last 3 trials. And if you're wondering, you can also ascend a 4th time. But to do that, you have to find an offering to the goddess in maps, or buy it off the player trade, I suppose. That's something for like level 70 to 80 maybe. So that's for later in maps. Right, Shavronne's Tower. And I think just one more area until we can reach the top. Nice, there we go, that was a very nice layout. Usually it takes a bit longer.
For my life and my work, I shall not suffer this humiliation again.
And right now we have to fight Brutus again. You can remember him. He was one of the first bosses we fought in the entire game. That's the guy also in the prison in Act 1. And I don't think I've mentioned it yet, so Acts 6 to 10 are somewhat of a time travel, and they are similar to Acts 1 to 5. So right now we are going to see some of the bosses we have already seen, just in different forms. And now Shavronne, this is one of the Guardians of Malachi, is going to transform with Brutus into the boss of the prison. Right, there we go.
Our final crusade sees its first triumph.
I should also get a bit better equipment. Maybe in turn I can show you how to gamble a little bit. Because there should be a waypoint right here. And there we go. So since a lot of my equipment is pretty bad, I'm going to head to Faustus right here. and at Forces you can gamble for items. So I'm going to gamble for the helmet. I think it's like fine. Can circuit these around, and then a better shield also. Okay, this is a unique shield, we don't need this one. No minion shields as well. Right, this is getting interesting. Maybe I can grab armor and energy shield.
No.
Right, yes, this is better than the one I currently have, so I'm going to switch over. Then I wonder... Okay, this is a prefix, so I probably cannot craft anything onto it. Then I'm going to switch out the helmet. So this Faustus guy, he's just there for gambling. In every town there is an NPC where you can gamble. And gambling is usually a nice way to get some better equipment. Especially if you, just like me, have some items with pretty bad stats. Now I'm also going to check Bestel again. He is going to sell these fawn horns, as I said. And yeah, I don't believe I'm going to buy another one. I'll just stay with the one I have currently. But you could definitely get an upgrade by buying one of the fawn ones, making it rare, or just crafting on the fire damage with the bench. In this area again you're going to look for a ledge, just like this one. Then there should be an opening. In this area you should be able to find a boss fight somewhere here. Right. Looks promising. I think at Half-Life he's going to disappear. Yep. And you have to go through the Cloven Pass. Another level up, we can grab some more mana, and then after the next level we will be able to get some spell damage per 100 maximum mana. To scale our damage even further with mana. Very nice. After you've defeated him, you can go back into this area. Go back through the passage where you came from. And then follow the path till you find the next area. And in this area you just kind of want to progress through.
Had you not barred the way the first time,
Just follow the path.
things might have turned out differently for all of us.
Now in the riverways, again you are going to follow the path for the first part, and then once you've found the waypoint, you're going to go straight up from the waypoint, so right there. Now I'm going to head straight up till I find an exit to the wetlands, and here I'm going to go left and hug the edge of the area until I find the entrance to another boss fight, which is going to give us a passive point when defeated. Right. So this is not the entrance. I'll have to search a little bit more. The exit or the entrance to the boss fight can also be on the right side. It's just a gamble. There's the spawning grounds. Here there's the boss, but before you can fight him, you have to defeat the nests. And after you've defeated all of the nests, you're gonna head back into the middle and fight Rislatha. She does heavy poison damage, so it's a pretty annoying fight. However, she also takes a lot of damage. And after you've defeated her, again, you can just go back to town.
With the road, another. Stay sharp.
Barclave also gives you this reward. Maybe this is a better helmet. Okay, it's definitely not. Now we can take some more mana. And I'm going to start making my way down here for some more mana points. Go a ways again and then just follow the path. This area stay at the right edge, and you will have to go over these trees a few times to cross the river. Again, staying at the right edge, kind of. Once you find this island where you have like 2 of these 3 bridges, this is the final area, and now you can just kind of go straight into this direction until you find the waypoint. And grab the flag, move on. This is Nessa. You might remember her from being an NPC in Town 1 in Act 1. And now she's a mermaid. And she's also going to be the final boss of this act.
Go with God.
I hope I'm going the right way. This area can be quite confusing, but this leads up to the beacon. And in this area you want to go down a little bit until you can see the sea, and then just follow the coast. Okay, and once you see this area kind of leading up, this is the correct way to go. And for this next part, you are going to have to stay in these yellow circles in order to move the fuels or batteries, whatever they are. And after you've gotten both of these fuel tanks to the beacon up there and refuel the beacon, you can activate it and then move on to the last area of this act.
My mana is spent.
Right, first one down. Go on to the left one. now we can ignite the beacon. And then we can, when you stand here, dash down, saves you some walking. Then Wayland will arrive and take you to the Brine King Reef. This area again, I just like to pick one side and stick with it until I find the area for the boss fight.
so that I may slay its pretender king. I must have time to gather my will.
There's the entrance, very nice. And now for this boss fight, there is
So strong.
quite a few mechanics that you should know about. They're going to talk a bit before the fight actually begins, so I can talk about the mechanics a bit. This water will eventually come in and the arena will grow smaller and smaller. And then during the phases where the water becomes like very small and corners you in, they will send some lightning strikes from the sky which you have to dodge. For this very first phase, there really should be no issues. It just kind of charges up. If you are not in very close range to him, you're not going to take any damage. And then now the water comes in. And there's these lightning strikes which you have to dodge, and also waves. You can see it right here. When the water kind of shines at the edge there, there's going to be a wave coming in. And then you have to dodge the lightning strikes from the sky. Now for the last phase, the water is going to stay in close. There's still some lightning strikes coming in. However, as he's slow, you should be able to finish him off. And then you can move on to the next act. There's the ship coming in. And now you can talk to Whalem again, and he's going to sail you to Act 7.
Hold on, Tiek.
Right, so this is Act 6 completed. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. I hope you've learned something. If you learned anything, please consider liking and subscribing. And then if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And goodbye. Thank you for watching.